On this slide, you can see all the other nice little goodies it has. Mini Raspberry Pi. It's got a VGA port, the video graphics adapter. That's for the old analog TVs that have the RCA jack. I'm using that for my development. And again, graphics not as good as HDMI, but again, you can get show some nice imagery using that port. It also has an analog audio port. Again, when you set up your home media center, you want to be able to get the sound content out. So you have a little headphone jack, and you can tie that into a stereo system, or like me, when I'm hacking late at night, don't want to disturb the family, and I'm kind of creating different sound effects. I can plug in my stereo headphones and continue on from that point. Again, it's got a USB port. As a matter of fact, it's got 2 USB ports, so you can use it for your keyboard and mouse. You can also use that port to tie in with the Arduino, so you can have both those devices working together side by side. It's got an Ethernet port. That's for getting you online to the internet. It's got a general purpose I/O port, and you can see what GPIO stands for, again, general purpose input output port, and that's allowing you to connect to the real world using sensors and electronic circuits, and that's the area that I definitely want to explore in depth. Also, it's got 2 special interface connectors. One is for an LCD display. It's the DSI, and the DSI allows you to, again, use LCD, so you can provide additional information whatever application you're creating. It's got a camera serial interface connector, and that's cool because, again, if you're going to create this multimedia center, you can have a camera where you can take your favorite pictures, and you can store that on the SD card, and tie it in with your home media center. And I remember seeing MCM Electronics. They are selling a little camera module, and I think it's like $44 or $45, but something to check into. Now, on the Raspberry Pi, they've also included some status LEDs, light emitting diodes, and those give you feedback in terms of the operation that the Pi is performing. So you can see on that table there's 5 status LEDs. You got an action, a power, FDX, which is full duplex. You have a link, and you got a 100. And you can see the colors. Action is green. The power, of course, is red. The full duplex means that you're communicating bidirectionally. So it's also got a green LED. The link means that your networking activity, meaning the network that you create, is up and running properly via tied to some router. It could be Wi-Fi, or actually Ethernet based tether, that is. And there's also a yellow LED, and that lets you know that the traffic is moving nicely. In this case, it's got 100 bits per second baud rate. So again, a lot of cool features on this board, and I think that one is really good. So when you plug it in, you know that all systems are go with your Raspberry Pi. So right here you can see the board, and it's, again, a lot of nice things on there. You can see where the GPIO header is. There's the DSI connector. There's also an SD card. You can see where you plug in your power supply. There's the HDMI port. There's also the brains, which is the Broadcom BCM 2835. You can see where the camera serial interface connector is. There's your Ethernet port. Everyone knows about that, how it looks. Also your USB. Again, there's 2 on this board. There's an audio output where you can tie in your headphones or stereo system, and also there's a standard VGA port for your analog TV devices.